All right, well, good afternoon. This is a follow-on to a YouTube video I made, I don't know, a week ago or something like that, where I discussed the a technique to model football results of NFL football games using a Bayesian approach. And I think at that time I presented some results from week 7 and then promised to do some results from week 8 and week 9 and then predictions for week 10. So that's my plan today, is to do exactly that. So what I'm going to do then is, let's see, now we can make this big. All right, so this is what we should be seeing, is basically the slideshow that I've got. And this was the slides that I did, I don't know, a week ago, that basically described the process of modeling. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just jump ahead to where I did the predictions for week 8. And so there were the week 8 predictions. And for example, Minnesota with the Chargers, I took the under 44.5. The basically software, as I mentioned previously, using the killer criterion for probabilities of estimating the likelihood of that event happening, suggested betting $91 to win 83 and so on. And it turned out that I lost, I think, all those bets. So my net return was negative $215. Jets at Cincinnati for week 8 rather. Once again, took the under, took the Jets plus 6.5, 66 to win 59. Oh, yes. So that should be, and then on the money line, I took the New York Jets also 59 to win 141. And the net return was, what, $131. Now that doesn't look right. What's wrong here? 92 to win 83. The result was Jets won that one outright, so that was a winner. What is this? I don't think that belongs there. I don't know what that is. Okay, and so on. You can see that these were basically every bet that I had in week 8, and then this was the week 8 tally. So you can see I've got in this table each game with the associated net return on the wagers that were predicted by the Bayesian analysis software. And you can see that if you add all these numbers up, it turns out you're ahead by $399. Not bad. But once again, I'm not sure that means anything, because this is one instance, and really what you're looking at is long-term trends. So let's go on to week 9. There were the week 9 predictions that I did. And here, Baltimore, Miami, you can see I took under 51. The result was 28 to 6, so that one won. I took Miami plus 7.5. That one lost big time. And so the net difference is I won 87 but lost 85. So the net was excuse me, I won 80, lost 85, so that was minus $5. And you can see that throughout here, there's the week 9 predictions and the results. I'll leave that up for a second so you can stop the recording and check that, see that I haven't lied about what the betting line is. And then there's the balance of the week 9 predictions. And then the week 9 tally was okay. It wasn't great. It was yeah, it was, but still it's positive. I lost some money on some games, won some money. I think the biggest loss was San Francisco with the Giants. Lost $242, and the biggest win was looks like 141 Denver at Houston on that game. So let's get on to the week 10 predictions. So here's what I'm predicting for week 10. In tonight's game, what is today? Today is November 6th. I'm predicting Las Vegas at Denver to take the over. Well, I'm not. I'm predicting the Bayesian analysis software that I wrote basically suggests that this would be an appropriate bet. That would be take over 42.5, bet 70 to win 70, take Denver minus 9.5, wager 43 to win 39. On the game that's going to be in Germany on, I believe that's on Sunday, it says it says take the over, and the over, oh, I should have written how much the over was. How much is the over? Over what? Hold on, let me just do a quick peek here. We'll see what the over is. And if I go look at this, and if I go to week 10, and if I have Atlanta at Indianapolis, the number is 48.5. So this one should be over 48.5. Then you would take the over, bet 33 to win 30, and it says take Indianapolis minus 6 and wager 66 to win 60. And in New Orleans versus Carolina, I don't know what kind of team Carolina is these days, but the thing is, the software doesn't listen to the radio shows or read any of the sports reports. So it just basically takes the data very much as I described last week and does a prediction. The prediction, as I mentioned last week, was you estimate the probability of each of the events where they're wagering on. That would be, is there a winner on the team plus or minus the spread? Is there a winner on the over-under? And is there a winner on the just a money line bet? And it's not just, you can't just have a winner, but you've got to compare the probability of what the software says the likelihood of winning one of those bets is to what the bookmaker probability is. And of course, the bookmaker probabilities are given by the odds. So for example, if you're laying 11 to win 10, then the bookmaker has got about a 5% advantage. And so you've got to factor that into whether you make a wager or not. So those are the wagers that I have for this Sunday's games. And no, I'm sorry, that was yeah, week 10 predictions, for this Sunday's game. And there are the wagers continued. I just, you can't really tell ahead of time. I mean, I would expect that Philadelphia, Green Bay, Green Bay didn't do such a great showing last week. So maybe that's kind of showing up here why Philadelphia is being selected. But in any case, these are the predictions that I've got. And what I will do on next week is I will go back and review the week 10 predictions, show the results in a table as I did with the week 9 tally. That's over here. And then get the overall result. Now, the thing that I don't expect that every week you'll come out ahead with a positive return. If that were that the case, that would suggest that the bookmaker line, which I think is probably dedicated by the betting public, is weaker than what the software predicts. In any case, we'll pick this up again next week, and we will look at the results then. Okay, bye.